Off day 9, everyone remains captured. However, they are not deterred. They will continue to make attempts after attempt. 9 was a rough day for everybody as they continue to get captured. This happened again. And again. And he was captured again. However, Byrne realized that if he got into the cage quick enough, the guards would leave him alone. In the slave pits, Plank continues to lockpick her cage to try to escape. Byrne continues making poor life choices. I'm starting to feel like he's enjoying this treatment. The guard comes to let Hex out of her cage, that way she can start slaving away in the pits once more. The guard, however, does not give Hex any opportunities to make any moves as he continues following closely behind and braiding her. Despite having very close attention from the guard, Hex continues to explore around, trying to make the most out of today. This guard takes the opportunity to pull out as much sexism as he can, refusing to give Hex any opportunity or space to make any move whatsoever. Plank takes this time to help the other prisoners out of their cage. After freeing the other prisoner, Hex takes this opportunity to make a run for it. The other prisoner made a good distraction at least. Maybe while the other guards are distracted, Plank can continue inching her way towards the gate. However, just as Plank gets out of the cage, the alarm is set and then she's immediately captured once again. With the guards finally leaving Hex alone, Hex makes her way towards the gate. As Hex continues working her way through the gate, the guards continue throwing racist insults at the other inmates. Taking the opportunity while the guard is distracted with another inmate, Hex makes her way towards the spot to hide. Fortunately for Hex, though, the guard that was buried underground still remains ever vigilant. However, it appears that the other guards can't hear the one guard buried under his muffled screams with all that dirt over him. However, as all the previous attempts went, Hex got captured. After receiving medical attention, though, Hex gets left for dead, so she continues her escape plan. Hex continues making her way slowly away from the prison. With freedom in sight, Hex keeps on pushing. After all the abuse, though, Hex has two very weak legs, though, making escape very challenging. Hex has finally made it away from the prison. However, will she be able to make it to safety before collapsing? Unfortunately, though, just as Hex made it away from the slave camp, she collapsed due to the sheer exhaustion and pain from her legs. This won't deter Hex, though. She would rather die than return back to those slave camps. Despite Hex's determination, she's unsure if she'll be able to make the journey as she falls unconscious due to the hunger and pain. Waking up, though, she continues pushing forward as it's either that or death. continues getting worse and worse as she repeatedly falls unconscious. Starving, struggling with 2 broken legs, Hex is just hoping to get captured to the next town so she can receive medical treatment and food. Just as Hex can finally see the town, she falls unconscious once again. With the front gates finally in sight, Hex pleads to be captured and fed. Hex is then swiftly carried over to the prison with Baron, where she's then treated and fed. Hex and Byrne are finally together again after many days apart. However, will this prison prove to be worse? While all the guards are focused on Hex, Byrne takes this opportunity to escape his cage. After escaping prison, Byrne moves into hiding to wait until the heat dies down a little bit. Realizing Byrne still looks too much like a prisoner, he needs to find a disguise ASAP. Before he knows it though, the guards have already caught wind of him. Byrne, however, runs straight into a dead end and is immediately captured. Being the last one in prison, Plank makes her move. The guards notice Plank leaving and decide to give her one last beating before leaving her for dead. Plank plays dead and waits for a better opportunity to escape. However, this final guard decides to bring her back. Starting to get desperate, Byrne robs this other prisoner for a change of clothes before getting captured again. The guards then beat Byrne through the wall before bringing him back to his cell. We find Plank outside the prison once more, trying to make another escape attempt. Will she be our only hope? Realizing that there's a guard still buried in that one hill, Plank decides to go a different direction this time. Freedom in sight, Plank ditches her shackles and makes her way into the desert. Will she be able to help Byrne and Hex?